Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today's just going to be a quick sales video. Had some decent sales. This is about 48 hours worth of sales. I think we've had just under £300 worth of sales, which I think is pretty good. Because you've had some slow sales over the last week, but I think people have been paid now. So we've started getting some sales. We have had 2 on Depop, so Depop's not failing too bad. 3 on Vinted, and then I think 7 on eBay. eBay's always going to be king. But let's crack straight into it. Let's start with the Depop. We've had just 2 clothing sales, only 2 relatively small ones. Simple Fred Perry polo shirt. I think I picked this up at the boot sale for £2 and sold it on Depop for £12.50. Nice little, what's that? 6 times. My maths is going really bad then. But yeah, 6 times my money on that one. Then this one, this is something I had sat around for a little bit. Thought this would sell a bit quicker. Got a nice Oakley short sleeve shirt. I picked this up from a charity shop for a £5, and it sold for, to be precise, I think it was like £16.80. I don't know why people send these like really odd offers. I guess unless it's just like the money they've got left in their account or something. But £16.80 for this, so triple my money at least. And then that is all the Depop sales, so it's just those 2. Onto the Vinted sales. Something I picked up very recently. It's currently Friday. I picked this up on Sunday, I think. It's a little Nike like crossbody bag. These sell quite well on like eBay and Vinted for anywhere from 10 up to like £15. I listed this on Vinted for £12.95 and someone paid the full £12.95. Didn't even get an offer. I think I paid £3 for this one. £3 at the boot sale. £12.95. It's full £10 profit on that, especially Vinted, no fees. But yeah, if you see like Nike crossbody bags or any sort of branded bags like this, like I've got some which are like Quicksilver and stuff like that, or like any Adidas ones as well. Around festival time, people want to get these. They're quite sought after, is what I'm trying to say. Then we have 2 clothing sales on Vinted. One of them, quite good. I love selling a big higher priced item on Vinted because of the no fees. I want to say higher price. This was £25 it sold for. We have a nice pair of Rohan. These are called the Rohan Traverse trousers. I think I paid either £6 or £7 for these. 6 or 7. I can't remember exactly. Actually, no. It might be more than that. No, less than that, sorry. I think I got these from the charity shop for about £3.50 actually. Yeah, I think these might have been from the charity shop. £3.50. That's not bad. £3.50 into £25 with no fees, of course. And then the last item, picked this up from the boot fair. Same time as I picked up that Nike crossbody bag. I think it was a Saturday boot fair I picked this one up at. It's just a simple Crew Clothing Company polo shirt. If you find this brand cheap, it's worth picking up. Especially like polo shirts, jumpers, rugby shirts. So like I said, this was £2 I believe. And it has sold for £10.40 on Vinted. And it sold pretty quick. I've sold a couple of these Crew clothing items that I picked up. Have sold pretty quick. The rugby shirt that I picked up at the weekend as well, already gone, sold for a full £15. And yet again, only paid £2 for that one. So yeah, Crew Clothing Company. Don't pass it up if you find it cheap, especially at boot fairs. In charity shops, it might not be cheap enough to pick up. But if you do see it at boot fairs, it's worth picking up. Now this one was a very good sale. We're onto eBay now, by the way. I forgot to say that. This is a Pendleton 100% wool shirt. This sold for £40 on eBay. Let me just pull up eBay actually. I haven't got the eBay prices in front of me. Yeah. Where is it? Yeah. $39.95 on eBay. Pendleton shirt. I got this for free because I used my Fleek credit and I got it from a bundle on Fleek. I ordered a branded like flannel shirt bundle from Fleek, and I saw this Pendleton shirt in the bundle because it was an exact bundle, so I get exactly items in the video, not just like the video isn't representative. But yeah, I saw this and knew this was an instant £40, so that's why I got that bundle. But yeah, from nothing to £40. And now all the other eBay sales, got a couple of small things, so let's show some of the small things. Jellycat, nice Jellycat. Someone actually purchased this a couple of days ago, and then before I got to the point of posting it, they cancelled the order. I think they cancelled it like 3 hours after I saw the sale come in. And yeah, so I relisted it and it sold again pretty much straight away. I'm guessing to someone else, and it sold for £16. It's not a big jelly cat, not one that's like worth tons, and it has a little mark on it. But yeah, I think I paid a £5 for this in a charity shop. So it was a little. I did pay up for it, but I have still tripled my money on it. I think a £5 for any jelly cat is always worth it. But yeah, it still sold for like 15 quid. And then we have a couple of even smaller things. We have a Shirley May blog, like aftershave. I think it's an aftershave. Eau de toilette, as they say. But yeah, I paid £1 for this at a boot sale. They had a box of like sealed aftershaves like this, and I think I bought like 5 of them. This was one of them, and this one has sold for £12. That's paid for all the rest, and I've still got another like 4 to go. That's not too bad. When you're paying £1 for a sealed aftershave, I don't think you can really go wrong. Then we have a PS1 game. We have WWF Attitude. Now this I picked up from a charity shop for £2.99, I believe. It's not a massive seller, but it has sold for £10. Well, £9.95, but yeah, £10. I knew this one would sell. There was another load of games in that same charity shop, but none of them were worth more than like 3 or 4 quid. That was the only one. And then we've sold this. This actually I picked up from a boot sale. I think it was about, I don't know if it was this weekend or if it was the weekend before. But I even made a little YouTube short, and this was one of the things I showed in the YouTube short me picking up. One of the comments said, "You'll never get £12 for that piece of wood." Well, this piece of wood, aka a little backgammon set, has sold for £12. Well, to be precise, I didn't get £12 for it. I got, where is it? £11.95. So it has sold. People really underestimate what you can get for things. And then, okay, we have 2 more items. One of them is little digital camera. This is the Canon Digital IXS I Zoom. I paid £5 at the boot sale for this, and it sold for £45. £45. Don't skip by little digital cameras, especially if they're good brands like Canon. They can be worth some crazy money. There's a guy at the boot sale who always does all these little digital cameras for like a £5 each. So if I see them, I always just grab them. I'm never going to lose money on them because they've always worked. All the ones I've got from him, they've always worked. So I'm going to carry on buying them. Even if some of them only go for like 15 quid or 20 quid, they're good sellers. Little digital cameras are very good sellers. And then our last sale and our biggest one. This, I've actually sold this before, and then it got returned to me because it didn't fit them, because the size on this doesn't match like the pit-to-pit measurement. Like what the label says doesn't match it. So people are obviously buying it and, you know, realizing it doesn't fit them when they get home. So I'm hoping this person has read the measurements, because I have put the accurate measurements on there. But this is a Ralph Lauren, let me find what it's called. Ralph Lauren Seersucker striped blazer jacket. The measurement on the inside is 44 large, but when I actually did like the pit-to-pit measurement, it measures at like, it's more of a like 40 to 42. So I hope they've read the measurements. And this has sold for £69.95. £69.95 for this. So I really hope they don't return it. I hope they've read the measurements, because I've had a few people message me about it, and I've had to tell them, you know, read the measurements, you know, the size is a bit off. But let's hope this person does not return it. I hope it fits them. That's a big amount of money. I don't like refunding that amount of money. I've already had to do it once. I don't want to do it again. And that is all the sales. I had a nice day of sales. I like little small things like this as well that are worth a lot of money. Easy things to package as well. And some clothes that are also easy to package. But anyways, I need to get packaging all this stuff. And I've got dinner to get into. So I hope you liked the video. Please do like, subscribe, comment. And remember to check the description for all my links. You know, Tilt, Whatnot, and Fleek. You can get discount codes and free money to spend. Just check the description. And I'll see you on the next one.